Hey y'all, so I'm actually gonna try to make this quick as possible because your girl is hungry and looking for some barbecue. So if you threw some on the grill today, send your girl a plate. I'll be thankful. Anyway, happy 4th or whatever if y'all are celebrating today. Make sure on this good off day you are definitely spending time with your family. But look, so I want to tell y'all about this mini AOC account that was deleted due to the child and the parents of the child, so the entire family basically receiving death threats. This is how crazy this is getting. If y'all remember, maybe like a couple of months ago, I did a video about the Twitter account that was deleted. It was banned from Twitter. It was also a parody AOC account due to the fact that you can't impersonate people, even though it totally met their guidelines of satire. And I talked about like the dangerous path that this could take us down if these media companies start doing this, these social media companies. But anyway, real quick, let's kind of just look at this article from Newsweek. So, many AOC Twitter account pulled after family claims to receive death threats over photos mocking Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. The family-run Twitter account of a young girl who went viral for posing in photos mocking a New York representative AOC has been pulled. The family claims to have received death threats for using their daughter to parody photos of a visit of AOC made to a migrant detention camp last year. Earlier this week, the account had tweeted out several photos of mini AOC, an 8-year-old girl named Ava Martinez, widely known for her impersonation of AOC, standing outside a fenced-off park in all-white outfit and red lipstick, looking visibly upset. Every time I plan a visit to the park, it's closed. A caption accompanying the photos and a tweet, which has since been pulled off Twitter but was seen by Newsweek, read, "Can everyone see how sad this makes me?" The photos were an obvious parody of images that recently came to light of AOC standing outside of a migrant detention facility wearing a similar outfit and appearing visibly distressed during a protest last year in June. So this just goes on and on to talk about this. I would definitely drop the link below if you guys want to finish reading this article. But basically, a lot of you guys saw the pictures the other week that AOC basically tried to reenact, I guess, if she was like looking at migrants going into a detention facility or something. But anyway, so the little girl mocked the picture and kind of like made her own. And there were people that basically felt like because this is a sensitive topic, like what's going on, that, this was just very offensive. Now, you also have people that feel like children shouldn't be brought into politics. And I can understand that as well. My biggest problem with this is that if you don't really know the truth of a lot of what's going on, I can understand you being offended by this if you didn't know that a lot of what's going on, including the pictures with AOC, are being staged. It's being a lot of lies told, particularly about the conditions for people in these facilities. So I think if you understand that, you will probably look at this situation totally different compared to somebody that's just watching CNN all day, every day, and they're constantly, what about the children, basically. And they're using these type of slogans and trigger words to manipulate people and to emotionalize them. And so I do understand it is a sensitive topic. It is a lot going on with this. But a lot of this, like I've said in previous videos, is also being propagandized. So it's not as cut and dry as people are trying to make it. Also, I just wanted to mention, I found it particularly interesting that all of this with the account and this girl and her family receiving death threats, I found it very interesting that this is happening around the same exact time you have Frederica Wilson, a representative from Florida, coming out making this statement here.
Those people who are online making fun of members of Congress are a disgrace. And there's no need for anyone to think that is unacceptable. We're going to shut them down and work with whoever it is to shut them down, and they should be prosecuted. You cannot intimidate members of Congress, threaten members of Congress. It is against the law, and it's a shame in this United States of America. But this is how this president has taken this country to its knees. He has taken this country to its knees that people have lost respect for Congress. People have lost respect for the media, and people have lost respect for the White House.
Okay. So y'all heard her saying that, right? Like, basically, people who are making fun of Congress people online should be prosecuted. Like, this is literally the belief that she holds. I don't have to rationalize it, try to rationalize it any other way. That's exactly what she just said. I've often talked about on this channel, we obviously know that things like actual harassment or calls for violence are not okay and is actually against the law. But you will see a lot of these politicians either totally accepting of or kind of turning a blind eye to this idea that now, like, everything is becoming a hate crime, everything is wrong, speaking out against politicians or the ones they like, saying certain things, you know, is wrong. This is what we've been being moved to, and I've showed y'all that in several different ways. You have a lot of other countries who are expanding hate crime laws or the definition of hate speech, and basically try to get the US to do the exact same thing. And so what's going to happen is not too far-fetched to believe when you have somebody that's supposed to know the law, that's literally your job, and you have a congresswoman advocating for people making fun of Congress people to be prosecuted. That's really problematic, and it's not too far-fetched to believe that they're trying to push us to this point where you won't even be able to speak out against your government at all. You won't be able to speak out against politicians. This is already happening across the globe. It's already happening. So it's not too far-fetched to believe. Venezuela, Turkey, Lebanon, China, try speaking out against your government there, okay? You doing probably a year to 15 years in prison. That's just what it is. So this is not okay. And I just found it really, really interesting, like the timing of all of this or whatever. But just wanted to throw that out there. What do you think about the AOC family getting death threats to the point where they had to delete the freaking Twitter account? Also, what do you think about Frederica Wilson's comments? Do you feel like people should be penalized or prosecuted for making fun of politicians online? Those were my thoughts. Leave your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.